the beer koozies at my house, like I don't even drink anymore, but all the beer koozies are stretched out.
Because you put ice cream in there?
Because you put ice cream in there.
Shut up.
That's a crazy level of Big Mac, dude. I've never heard that.
It doesn't get your hand cold, and you can just enjoy
it.
Yeah. So I asked you before you came on, like some of your hobbies and interests and things like that. You said that you like traveling, you kind of like junk food, and animals.
Swipe right.
So I made
It sounds like a dating profile.
Yeah.
Trying to pick me up or something?
No,
he's saying all the right things.
You know what was hard is that I'm such a fat kid that I was like, oh, we're gonna have so many. And I was
of course.
Like, no, it can't be all food related. You got to do some other stuff. So
snacks.
Best type of vacation.
Best type.
Are you going to the mountains? Are you going to the beach? You want to go to a new city?
I mean, am I traveling with family? Like, if I'm dolo, I could do any of those. But if I'm, like, with my significant other, beach.
Oh, really?
But if I'm with, like, y'all, and we're, like, you know, chasing this comedy shit, we could do some hikes out there and about, get in the mountains so I could really get on my and then we can do some hikes. We could do some mountains, do some sightseeing and whatnot. Get cultured, get a little cultured.
I think I prefer mountains.
Okay.
To beach. Well,
you been to Alaska?
I'm going next year. Actually, I'm going this year.
Okay.
I can't do the helium competition because I'm gonna be gone for the finals.
Shout out to the helium competition. They're really catapulting people's careers. What y'all laughing about?
Poor Jack.
Yeah. It's
every time when someone wins, they're so upset. Every time.
I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, hold on.
I gave up talking shit for Lent. I'm trying so hard to.
How long is Lent? Shit.
Till Easter.
Oh, okay. Till Easter. I was like, it's September.
I got 2 more weeks, and I'm like, last night I was hanging out with a couple of comics, and they were like, you know who I don't like? And I was like, but they are. You know what? But their breath is getting better. Like trying to turn around.
I don't know why 5 comics popped in my head. We said, yeah, there's a lot of hot mouths in the fucking business. Like, whoa. And we're in the bit, 90 minutes. You're in the back room talking to somebody. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because it's all whispering. It's all whispering, and then they gotta get close to you. Like, oh man, don't tell me nothing today.
The worst is when you can smell it on the mic.
Oh yeah,
when you follow
the hot breath. Like,
how did this happen?
How is your breath sticky? How is it sticking to a surface? I don't understand.
It's stuck to the mic. Like, oh my god, this is terrible.
But so it is kind of crazy that you mentioned the competition because
you brought the competition up. I said Alaska.
Well, yeah.
let's be fair.
Don't twist it.
Let's be fair. Let's be fair. I have had PR training.
Yeah. You're right. We should just move on. Yeah.
All right.
I can't. So
off camera.
I can't go.
Catch you on your Patreon. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, there you go. Paywalls.
I can't. My wife's a redhead, so we can't go to the beach.
She burnt up?
She burns.
Even if you put the screen?
Last summer we went to San Diego, and my kids and I were out in the water, whatever, and she was like long sleeve shirt, long pants, like hooded sweatshirt, towel, like everything, just like like hidden because she was. It gets bad when the first time she ever talked about how bad she burns, I was just like,
oh, that's sexy. You do that on purpose?
Yeah. It's just me over here with a slider.
Yeah, just like sliding it down. Like, when I talk about my wife,
That's so funny.
Tell me about the mountains.
Let me get that burnt. Get that burnt skin.
No, I was like, okay, yeah, everybody gets sunburnt. It's not that bad. Like, it stings for a little bit, but she gets like blisters.
Peeling,
it is bad. Her skin will turn like purple.
Yeah.
Like it's so, and then you're like, oh well, you'll tan, and now you have a nice base coat.
Nope.
Straight back to
it was too much of an onslaught. Yeah, that was that happened to my wife. We went to we was in LA. We was going to drive down to Santa Monica from and for those who know, my wife is black. So we get sunburned too. So she but however, she is a ginger. If I don't know if you've seen it, she got the freckles and red hair and everything. But not Morgan Freeman freckles, but she has nice freckles.
Nice.
And we drove the top down from all the way from Koreatown to Santa Monica. So probably about a good 20, 30 minutes. We had the top down. Fam, by the time she got there, she had a nice little tan to her. The next day, skin peeling. I was like, damn, I thought she was a day walker. She was not. She was not. She was burnt up. I felt bad. I had a nice one. I had a nice little tan on me. But yeah, she burnt up.
What about you, Chris? Where are you headed?
I love big cities, but I'll probably take beach. My friends make me go with them once a year to Denver to climb a 14er.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I hate it. I do it.
Dude, what's the one? Have you done the one in Breckenridge?
I don't remember. I did Mount Princeton, and then the other one was like Mount Sunshine and something or another.
I did. What's the one in Breckenridge? I forgot what it's called. Quandary Peak or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie, we got close to the top, not all the way, and it was like still like snow up there, even though it was late May or June or something, and people were turning around and they're like, it's a little slippery. And so I was like, oh well, we should probably go back. I mean, we don't want to get hurt or anything. And then everybody was like, yeah, that's a good idea. And I was like, oh thank God.
Yeah.
So I guess since you was relieved that you didn't have to keep going, but do you feel a little unfulfilled by not getting to the top?
100%.
Okay.
And I had a hard time looking at my wife after that. Like I felt ashamed.
It's like having sex and didn't finish. Like, why didn't we not? We did not complete the mission.
Yeah.
You put the gear on, but you didn't finish.
Yeah. And I think about it quite a bit, actually.
We got to go back and do it then.
I know. I got to go back but I don't want. It's.
You low-key got to train for it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I made the mistake of not the second time, and I was like 40 pounds heavier, and I was like, I'll be good. And I made it like an hour in. I threw up, and then I went and slept in the truck. I was like, I can't do this.
You know what?
It was crazy.
Did you take any edibles or anything?
No, I was sober. I was just fat.
You know what?
It just sucked, dude. The first one I was like well trained. Like it was still really hard, but the second time like just immediately it sucks.
So when you get to a certain altitude, do you switch clothes to get warmer or colder, or
no?
You just start with the same stuff.
You just keep going. Yeah, but you know what was harder for me, honestly, was the way down.
Oh yeah,
because it was so, like my knees were killing me.
Why don't you just roll?
Because
I would just roll down. Give me a sled and just slide down, take my jacket off, and slide it out.
Because if you seen how big I am, I could take out a village, man. I'd get up to speed, and
if they're in the way, just snowball. I'm seeing
start a mudslide behind me.
Oh, Acme! I was just seeing the Looney Tunes commercials. Just saw you just going down the hill, just picking up momentum.
Just getting bigger and bigger.
Getting bigger.
Well, that first one I did, I was trained, but I'm terrified of heights. But I keep trying to do shit to get over it, and it didn't help. Like, I'm still scared of heights, but I remember when we were climbing up, there's like scree or whatever, which is like loose rocks around the path.
Yes. Did not know what that meant. Thank you.
Yeah, and you're supposed to
scree.
You're supposed to step on those to like get through or whatever. And I thought people were just being extra, like climbing on this shit, but they're like, no, this is the only way up. And the whole way I was scared. I get to the top, and I'm the last one. And right when I get to the top, my boss Tom, he was also with me. He was like, hey, they already went down. There's a lightning storm here a week ago and someone got struck by lightning, and there's about to be a storm, so we have to go like right now. So everyone got a break but me, and I had to go back down immediately. And I accepted it. I was like, if I die, I don't care. Like, I am so tired. I'm not running down this mountain. There's no way.
No.
That's how tired you get. You be like, I accept death.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
I want documentation that I was here.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving right away.
Wouldn't that be the whack way to go out?
Yeah, I'd be pissed. The whole experience made me mad. Yeah, there was no winning.
Yeah,
he broke himself to die. Like,
yeah,
it's one thing if you were like sitting there in like a hot air balloon enjoying yourself and then got struck
hot air balloon. That's another stupid way to die.
Yeah.
That's a dumb way to die.
I don't think I'll ever get in one of those.
But imagine getting like exhausting yourself to like the point of throwing up and then getting struck by lightning. It's like what? I did the hard thing. Like, why am I?
Yeah.
Although getting struck by lightning would be dope.
Yeah.
That would be dope. That would be the icing on the cake right there. If you did get struck by lightning, if you just died because you was exhausted,
Oh yeah.
that's
No.
lame. But if you got struck by
No,
lightning,
lightning's fine.
Yeah.
As long as I don't fall down the mountain or like just go to sleep, I'm fine. It has to be epic.
yeah, it has to be.
Or else I did all that for nothing. That's why the second time I was so mad because I failed. I was fat, and I spent a lot of money to go there just to like throw up
And fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric?
I love going to a new big city. That's my dream with comedy. Actually, one of my goals in comedy is to always do a show close to a major highway. Because there are so many times where it's like, go to County Road PP and then get off on Highway 167, you know, and you're like, okay, cool. A country club, VFW, like off some county road or whatever.
Right.
So like going to being able to just do like major cities is a big goal.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I do love. I kind of love just being like outdoors, but just like relaxing outdoors.
What about like beach? You ever been snorkeling?
Yeah, I've done that before. It's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I enjoy it more, but it's so I know that like I would be doing it alone because my wife is like, yeah, she's like, no, I'm not getting in the water. I'm not doing anything involving the sun. Like I'm not. Yeah.
What about you, Chris? You ever snorkel?
No, I would.
Oh
That'd
yeah,
be cool.
snorkeling's fun. I did snorkel in Hawaii, and I was mad scared because I thought everything was a shark at first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I did it. The first time you do it, you was like you a little apprehensive, and then you do it. I was like, oh, this is dope. The divers go down there, grab something, pull something up, and I was like, oh, that shit looks dope. And then we go to another dive spot, another snorkeling spot. Now I'm confident. I'm confident. I was just jump right in. Nigga, I got salt water in my throat. I started choking. I thought I was gonna die. I was like thinking if I die snorkeling,
that's way worse.
bro.
That's way worse.
I thought I would die in gunshots with Bone Thugs and Harmony playing in the background. This is not the way I should go. I have to get my lungs together. Yes, but snorkeling is definitely dope.
No, I didn't like snorkeling because they made you wear a life jacket.
Yeah,
And I don't look like it, but I am a really good swimmer.
I could tell.
And
You got the raft body. I got you.
Yeah. I can float too.
yeah, but they make you wear a life jacket, and then we were out there snorkeling, and they were like, "Hey, it's getting a little choppy. We should probably head back to the boat, whatever." And I was trying, but like the waves kept pushing, like kept moving you, and because of the life jacket,
Yeah.
like you can't like go
Get your
under.
momentum, yeah.
So eventually, I just took it off, and I just like I would throw it and then swim to it, and then throw it and swim to it, and I made it back to the boat, and they're like, "Hey man, you're really not supposed to take the life jacket off." And I was like, "I would still be out there if I had it
didn't.
on."
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm sorry, but I'm better without this."
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell you that.
So Eric, since you're an Olympic swimmer, my question is to you is that is it true that naturally your body will float if you just stop kicking and whatnot, like the dead man's float? Like if you just
I mean, yeah, you can definitely just like lay back,
and your
just-
body will naturally get it because it got by
Yeah.
water in the air, so you will naturally just get to the top. So for those that's scared of getting in the ocean and the water, just stop kicking and swimming. You'll just float to the top. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Just ignore what might be under you.
Well,
and
the
just
thing
float.
is
That
like,
part.
So like I did a bunch of swimming in the military, and they would say that they'd be like, "You will naturally float.
Okay.
You will naturally float. Just relax, be okay."
That's
you know?
what I thought.
But I've seen so many people just
Just sink
straight to
down.
the bottom,
Yeah.
and it's like they're like, "You, how did you just fall? Like,
Yeah.
what
I think you have to
happened?"
purposely do it.
Yeah, and it's like a subconscious thing where they're just like, "I can't float, I can't float, I can't float," and then all of a sudden they're under.
They manifest them dying.
That's terrifying.
All right. Best way to travel. All right. Are you doing car, like a long road trip? You doing a plane? Doing like a train trip? Or are you going by boat?
I'm a plane guy.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm a plane guy. Yeah, I've been on a plane since I was 5, and my wife gets motion sickness, so definitely not a long car ride. I mean, we drove to L.A. a couple times, and she was no good company. We was on the boat. She does not do boats,
Yeah. Oh, well, speaking of motion sickness.
and I did train. I'd never done a train to be on some travel. I was gonna do a train to come see you in
Yeah.
Chicago. I just drove myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I see. When I think about these, I think about all the things tied into it. So it's like I like planes because it's quick.
It's
you
quick.
know, like let's get across the country in a couple hours.
Yeah.
We'll be there by dinner.
Right.
That sounds great. But
However,
going through security, going through like
TSA.
you gotta be there like
Yeah.
4 hours before your flight takes
Sometimes.
off. Sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, and then
also he's worried about security because he wants to smuggle that turtle.
Yeah.
He wants to smuggle that turtle over there. But I got a trick for you for flying. My hack is I'm sitting at the gate looking at everybody I don't want to sit next to. Mostly it's a family. They got a young child. I'm either watching where they sit, and then I'm either 3 or 4 rows behind them or 3 or 4 rows before them. But I don't sit until they sit.
Yeah.
Once they sit, then I can go ahead and make my move. But I'm like, no, you go ahead. And they think I'm being a nice Samaritan. I'm like, nah, I'm a scumbag. I don't want to sit next to your fucking kid.
yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. That makes sense. I don't. Another thing I don't like about planes is that they just assume everyone is 5'6". There's I'm
Yeah.
6'6".
Yeah.
There is no leg room.
Yeah.
And I love. There's nothing makes me happier than getting emergency exit row. But if I walk on a plane and I see someone who is in the 5-foot range sitting in emergency exit row, I will just glare at them the entire flight. Like I'll turn around and just, you know, over the back of the seat and just being like, you know, this isn't for you. You know, this is not for you.
You too small for this seat.
I saw like a 15-year-old sitting there one time, and I was just like, no, you can't. This is not for you. You can't have this.
Yeah.
Like this is nothing makes me angrier than that, and I don't know. I like car rides because I like being in control. Like, hey, I want to stop. I'm gonna stop. Or I wanna. Oh, look, this looks fun. Let's pull off and take a picture. Or, oh, you know, and it's like, yeah, it takes a little bit longer, but I get to control how fast I go. I get to control.
Are you renting a car or are you taking your own?
Oh, take my own.
Okay.
Take my own. Yeah. I mean, very rarely will I ever rent a car. We went to we were in Scotland like 2 years ago.
Okay.
My grandmother died, and so she wanted to be buried in Scotland, and so we all went over and
Hail Scotland.
yeah. First of all, Scotland might be the prettiest place on earth.
Okay.
Super underrated. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're doing, but they're killing it.
I hate to ask. You seen the black folks there? Ah, silence. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Talk about your dead grandmother wanting to be married in Scotland. That's why she wouldn't be married.
I was about to say,
Quiet
why do you
there.
think she picked
That's why she
Scotland? You know what's crazy is she's from Sweden, but she was like Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah. But
The other whites.
as far away as I can get. No. But we rented. They gave us a Range Rover at the when we rented a car, which
Nice.
it sounds super fancy, but it was like an old beat up one kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because to me, I was like, this is cool. And
It had a
we were-
cassette deck.
we were driving through these Scottish like roads, which are all like windy and curvy, and I was like I was getting all into it and
Yeah,
stuff.
like the commercial.
And and I was wearing a wife beater, and I was like, I feel like James Bond driving a Range Rover through these mountains, and my wife was like, you look more like James Bale's Bonds.
Damn. But she hates the sun, but she got puns.
She's quick.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? You travel train?
Yeah, I love the train. So plane, definitely just to get it over with, but train, more room, better food.
Yeah.
They actually have like a little kitchen on most of them.
Oh, you hate heights. How you do a plane? Are you trying to sleep? Are you taking drugs?
No, I don't really freak out on that. I mean, unless like,
Someone's
I
got
do
you
fly
straight up?
Spirit, so you know.
Oh man, you got more faith than me.
Yeah, you hit turbulence before you even take off. But
Yeah.
Spirit is wild.
yeah. The only plane with like flat tires and the check engine light on. It's just like fuck. I've driven to California and back before.
Yeah.
And
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's
It's beautiful.
until you hit Kansas. It's awesome.
Well, so when we drove back from California, we went San Diego to Las Vegas, Las Vegas to like Moab, Utah, then Moab to Denver.
Yeah.
And that stretch of the country is the most beautiful
Oh, yeah.
thing. I
Yeah,
like.
it's
It is so great.
There's
And
stuff
then
to look at.
You hit east of Denver, and it's just flat, straight farmland
Yeah.
for the next
Yeah.
state and a half, and
Yeah.
you're like, I'm gonna kill myself. Like I
Right.
hate this.
It's like I see why they have that Illuminati airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that devil horse out front. Yeah.
On fire.
All right.
But,
Let's get into best gas station chain.
Oh.
If you were gonna do a long road trip,
Road trip.
and you see on the sign on the side of the highway, it's like gas stations coming up, and they got boom, 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 like 6 of them listed.
I mean, Loves, because it's in black lettering. And there's a heart. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to be all right with Loves.
Yeah, Love's is actually, it is slept on because it's usually
It's a hidden gem.
Pretty decent bathrooms.
Yep.
Decent selection of like
Never
food,
destroyed.
snacks,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Open 24 hours.
As long as you know what you're looking for, because there is no one working there.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They should just have a self-checkout.
I
I was like, how do they know the gas was on? I don't know. What else you got down there? Casey's.
Casey's is good. Fantastic pizza.
What's the spot that has the, oh, God, I hate saying this, but what's the spot that has the good chicken?
Oh, I know
You know
what
what
you're
I'm
talking
talking
about.
about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I
about.
don't think they're on this list, is it?
There's yeah, because it's is it Checkers?
Checkers. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look for
I love how you put your hands down. Like we called him on a live. He was on a game show. He's like, "Is it Checkers?"
Is it
Ding 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 ding. I know who I'm
flipped the
calling for my
table.
lifeline. Yeah.
You know which one's not on here, but it is super underrated.
QT.
Well, yeah, all right, QT. I mean, you can't go.
But that's more like local, yeah.
Yeah, you can't go with 2 blocks in St. Louis without seeing a QT.
I
but
mean, QT and McDonald's, they fighting over, they fighting over areas.
yeah, in St. Louis, Huck's. If you're ever on a long road trip and you see a Huck's coming up, it's not on this list, but it is top tier.
Huck's has came a long way.
Huck's is, it's like one of those places where you go in, it's like Love's.
Don't
It's
be
got
scared. I see them.
decent.
I keep seeing
You keep flicking out and see some legs over there.
Yeah, it's
His OCD was kicking in when mine was flaring too.
you see, but they have decent bathrooms, but the food selection is, you can get a whole rotisserie chicken, you can get a large pizza, you can get like
Sushi.
yeah.
I'm not eating gas station
Yeah.
sushi.
No. I would.
You hate
Scary.
yourself.
Yeah.
If we were on a road trip and
Yeah.
we're like, we both go in, get snacks, and come back out, and you're sitting there eating gas station sushi, I would just like,
Who are you?
I would just be keeping my eye on.
Well,
you.
this is the person this is the person that leaves the microphone stinking.
Yeah,
That guy's leaving the microphone stinking off stage.
Yeah, we're just not leaving. I'm just waiting until you shit yourself.
Yeah, 'cause
I mean,
once
like,
we
hey,
get
man,
on the road, it's coming.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it 10 miles before you got to make another stop.
Yeah.
Man. Are you sure you want to do this right now?
There's no Chevron.
Have you ever been to Wawa?
Yes.
It is.
Uh-huh.
I didn't believe the hype because everybody on the East Coast always talks, oh, Wawa, whatever. I went to one in Virginia, and it's like, it is pretty fantastic.
Mhm.
Okay.
I went to one in Jersey.
What
It
makes
was
it
really
fantastic?
good. The food's really good.
The food is great. I mean, hot sandwiches, chicken fingers, mac and cheese, pizza, whatever you want.
Okay.
Wawa and like I don't know, just crazy drink selection, which I always judge like, they always like, so you go to some of these gas stations and it's like, all right, you can have Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, and then Monster, and like that's
Yeah.
it. But I look for, we got green tea in here. We got, I'm always looking for.
We got boba.
Gas station boba.
We
and
got gas
sushi
station boba.
is- well, your stomach must be in knots,
Yeah.
man.
Chris, what snacks you getting at these gas stations?
Well, I'm
when
telling
you're on
you,
the road, what kind of snacks? What's your go-to?
if I'm going to Sheets, they have a full kitchen, and Sheets is awesome. Have you ever been to
Sheets?
there?
I've never been to Sheets.
I went to one in Pittsburgh, and it was
Okay.
fucking odd. Dr. Pepper barbecue sauce and all. It was really cool.
Oh, I thought it was all on one serving. I was like, Dr. Pepper's hot sauce on what?
No, yeah, no.
It's like, oh my god.
I'm a big condiment guy.
I was about
Yeah.
to say,
I got
would
it.
never be
Yeah.
able to travel. With Mike's eating boba. And
Yeah,
sushi
I'm just
from the-
drinking
and
barbecue
you're
sauce.
Pouring, you're pouring Dr. Pepper on a pork sandwich or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening right now?
Snack wise though,
Yeah.
I never really go full candy anymore. I used to, but like I will Like if I'm driving to Chicago, I'm stopping at Casey's and I'm getting pizza.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That has to
Got it,
happen.
got
I'll risk it for gas station pizza.
Gas station pizza is underrated. I think it's like
Never had it.
really.
Never.
Casey's Pizza is up here, followed probably by like Godfather, and then what's the other one? A lot of gas stations have.
Well, Hunt Brothers.
Hunt Brothers. That's the
Yeah.
other one. Yeah, that's the last one I was thinking.
we're
Yeah.
so
What about you, Eric? Snack wise, you going on the road trip?
So if it's a long road trip, I'm like Chris. I just gave up like junk food, and I try to like now I'll go for like almonds or something like that.
Is this part of Lent?
No, this is part of life now.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is you now.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be 35 this year, and I'm like, all right, best case scenario,
Yeah.
I'm halfway done.
Okay.
Maybe I should let's try to turn this ship around.
Yeah, yeah.
I was telling somebody the other night, I was like, I've recently lost.
We're gonna bury him in Scotland. Go ahead.
No, in the last like 2.5 months, I've lost almost 30 pounds.
Dang.
And I am still 293 pounds.
A steal.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, see?
A steal.
We should bring him to the steps.
Yeah. Oh, in Creek Court.
Yeah.
Yeah. You walk it out? I mean, it's no mountain.
That's usually that's my preferred method. See, the thing is that if I have a gym buddy, if I have someone that's like, hey, let's meet tomorrow and go to the gym, I will be there because I get super paranoid. I'm gonna let someone down. But if I woke up and was like, I've got 3 free hours, I could do whatever I want, I'm not gonna go.
You're not gonna do it?
No, because I don't, and I don't know why. I don't know why I do that to myself, because it's like I know I should go, and I know that I actually enjoy going.
Yeah.
Because I love to lift weights. I love to exercise, and I have access to 2 gyms, like right here, and I don't do it because I just don't.
Go solo?
I just don't do things that benefit myself. But if Chris was like, hey, I'm going to meet you tomorrow at 7, I'd be like, I got to go. I can't let Chris down. That would be terrible if
Then you shouldn't say, "Oh man, I got a spot tonight. I can't. I'm not gonna be able to wake it in the morning."
All right, let's go to here we go. Best ice cream flavor. You don't have to. By the way, you don't have to pick between what's on the screen. I just put them up there for examples.
Got it.
Sometimes you say things like, "Hey, what's the best movie you've ever seen?" And
people
are like, I don't know. But if you put up suggestions, they're like, oh, "I don't know about this one, but."
Yo, so I just recently, what is it? Is it Blue Bunny?
Oh, okay.
They put out that flavor ooey gooey butter cake, ice cream. Your boy ate a whole pint of that joint.
Yeah.
In one sitting, just one sitting.
Sorry, they didn't get a bigger reaction out of me because I thought that's what everybody did.
Oh,
I mean, you should see all the beer koozies at my house. Like, I don't even drink anymore, but all the beer koozies are stretched out.
Because you put ice cream in there?
Because you put ice cream in there.
Shut up.
That's a crazy level of Big Mac, dude. I've never heard that.
It doesn't get your hand cold, and you can just enjoy
it. Man. Okay. Now I see.
Yeah.
I just freeze my hands off.
Yeah,
That's when I knew my wife was the one, when I wasn't scared to crush a pint of ice cream in front of her.
Oh, yeah. That's love.
Like, when we were dating, I was like, oh, well, this one sounds pretty good. Do you like this one? And she'd be like, yeah. And I was like, oh, we could split this if you want. And she's like, oh, okay, cool. And then after we got married, I was like, I want this one.
The gloves are off. Which one are you going to have?
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
I'm murking this.
And she's
one.
like, yeah, that sounds good. It's like, no, I don't think you heard me. I want this one.
To me.
You get whatever you want.
He has his own spoon. Designated spoon he
it's
takes
in my
with
pocket.
him.
It flips out
He
like
puts,
a knife.
yep, exactly. That's right. Engraved his name. My grandmother gave me the spoon.
Yeah.
What about you, Chris?
Okay, so I have options.
Of course. 31.
S'mores. I love any flavor of s'mores ice cream. I love
Alright.
any flavor or any type of like Oreo ice cream.
Yeah.
But if I'm doing like a cone, I can do just straight vanilla.
Yeah.
I can fuck with
Okay.
that. And if I'm like at home, scooping it out, I always go vanilla because I can put more stuff in it.
Yeah.
Like Hershey's chocolate, or I
Amen.
can crush up a cone and stuff.
What about peanut butter? You like peanut butter in your ice cream?
I can do it.
I can
Okay.
do it.
Yeah.
I could do it.
Yeah.
I would always
With
like
chocolate.
I would have ice cream, and then I'd be like, let me put part of a Snickers bar in here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put a scoop of peanut butter. What does musketeers do?
Yeah.
I just started just dumping other candies. I'm like, why not just eat the candy? I was just stick it on there.
I think out of these three, so it's vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry on the screen for people listening. But
I'll do a Neapolitan.
if I feel like if you find a kid that you're like, hey, we've got vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. What do you want? If they choose strawberry, they're going to be the first one of their friends to try drugs. I think that is the gateway to like, all right, this kid's down to try shit that's
I see
like,
what you're saying.
Or
that
becoming
go off the beaten path.
or
you know?
become an informant.
Yeah.
They're either going to be a cop.
Yeah.
Like the undercover cop. Yeah, I used to try drugs. I
Yeah.
started at strawberry at 7.
Yeah, that's a gateway. That's the real gateway drug. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Chocolate.
That should be your opening question.
Vanilla, yeah, that should be.
No more Gatorade. Which ice cream are you?
Yeah.
Which flavor?
Well, here we go. Here's the next one. Best ice cream brand.
Ooh.
So you said Blue Bunny, you said the gooey butter cake, but like, if you had to like, hey, go pick a pint or a gallon of vanilla, which brand you?
Where I'm at right now, I'm going to Halo Top because I'm gay.
Halo Top. Okay.
Good and healthy.
That's the I was about to say.
Yeah, that's the healthy joint. I keep them, and I keep the what is it? The brownie caramel ice cream Halo Top. Yep, that's
Really?
my joint. That's my
Okay.
joint right there.
All right.
So I don't remember what it's called. So if I'm going to the just get a quick one for me, Ben and Jerry's, because they have a lot of good new crazy flavors.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, we always had like a gallon, it was the blue handle, just a clear of vanilla.
Yes.
I don't remember what it was called.
Yes, I remember that.
But that was the
yeah.
one that I would always like.
The big one. They were like
Yeah,
big.
they were
tub.
huge.
Yeah,
it was like a
big
whole
tub.
tub.
Yeah. Okay.
And to be fair, at one point, in all points in my life, I've had all these brands in my house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've had at one time.
I've tried
I've had all of them.
Why? Yeah. I don't know. How do you think I found this picture? That's my kitchen. You know what I mean?
Screenshot that. Yeah, right there currently.
I
in
keep
there.
stocked.
And that's the one he says, "This is mine," and she's like, "Which one?" All of them.
Yeah. I go to the ice cream aisle at Schnucks, and I'm like, I would like one, and they're like, of what? And I'm like, of everything.
Yeah.
No,
You know what I mean.
I thought you were gonna say that you pick Ben and Jerry's vanilla, and I feel like if you ever see someone go into a store, they go to the Ben and Jerry's section, and they just pick out plain vanilla. That's an NPC. Like that's not a real.
He's
human.
not real.
Psycho or psycho murder.
A psycho murderer.
Yeah, he's about
That's
to do
what.
something awful.
That's one of the items that people would get at 2 a.m. after they gotten duct tape. They've gotten they gotten a
Duct tape,
tarp.
rubber gloves.
Oh, and vanilla.
And
Ben and
just
Jerry's ice cream.
Ben
Like,
and Jerry's vanilla. I'm not saying you can't get Ben and Jerry's, but to get Ben and Jerry's just vanilla,
yeah,
that's
determination at a different level.
my wife is a huge Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean,
Yeah,
which
that was
makes,
my pop. My pop was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I hate to say this because I do love my wife, but I feel like
Is she lactose intolerant?
She
She be
thinks
blowing you out?
No, not at all.
That's what my mom did to my father.
But when she eats Haagen-Dazs vanilla, I'm like, you think you're better than me, don't you?
A little bit of holy
Because I'm over there with like Ben and Jerry's caramel core brownie chunks, whatever, and it's like, oh, okay.
And Ben and Jerry's at the gas stations is hella expensive.
Yeah.
Hella
like
expensive.
$8.
Like $19 for one pint. And I'm
it's
like,
more than a gallon of milk, and you're like, well, how? This is
yeah. I mean, you know how many eggs I could have got with this?
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
I was about to say these days. I don't know. I will say Turkey Hill. If you've never tried it,
Okay.
slept on.
Yeah, it is slept on.
It's not
I've
bad.
never
Oh,
had
they
it.
had a
And
good.
this one, the Tillamook, whatever, is.
I think you pronounced that wrong.
I probably did.
Yeah.
You
For
offended
some reason,
somebody.
I'm offended.
You offended somebody up in
As
here.
I said it, I was like, "Is this a slur?" Like,
Get off my land, Tillamook. My family died for this.
yeah.
Get off my property.
There's none of those in Scotland.
Definitely hit there.
That's a good
Oh, there's a whole bunch of Tillamook's over there. Cinco, Tillamook.
Oh man, yeah. But that brand is pretty. They have shredded cheese too, and it's top notch.
Well,
because
yeah, they do the brand. Yeah.
By the way, I'm not one of those people that just eats cheese out of the bag. That's crazy talk. But
Like shredded cheese out of the bag?
yeah,
I
I
have
know a
one friend
lot
who
of
does
people
that.
that are like, oh yeah, that's a great snack. Is just
Wait,
grab a handful.
hold up.
Yeah, I know. It's no.
Y'all be loving cheese, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. I
R.I.P.
don't- White people in dairy. I don't know what it is. It just it calls to us like the Green Goblin mask, you know.
Yeah.
But no, the Tillamook shredded cheese. I like it because it melts so evenly.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect. But
Probably good on tacos, yeah? No?
Yeah. I mean, I use it for like sandwiches.
Okay.
Because we've got a little like I throw it in the George Foreman grill for a minute.
R.I.P. George Foreman. Jeez.
Yeah.
I know, right? I told my kids that I was like, "Oh, George Foreman died," and they're like, "The grill guy?" And I was like, "Shut your mouth!" Like, yeah.
Greatest heavyweight of all time.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of, this has nothing to do with grill or ice cream or anything. The other day, my daughter said that Nirvana.
The band or
Yeah.
just the feeling?
yeah. She's like, Dad, you know when you reach Nirvana, your third eye opens. And I was like, I don't think we should have this conversation. No, no. She told me the other day that the band Nirvana
Yeah.
is
Wait, hold up. How old is your daughter?
16.
All right, go on.
Is divorced dad rock. She said, she's like, I love divorced dad rock. And I was like, well, what's that? And she's like, like Nirvana and like Motley Crue. And I was like, what the? Nirvana? No, Nirvana is not, it's cool. It's like, and she's like, yeah, it's good music, but it's like for, like divorced dads and stuff like that. And I was like, stop. No, that's like
I guess
Jimmy
because-
Buffett or something. Like,
I guess when that generation that grew up on Nirvana, they may be most likely divorced at this time.
probably.
Maybe that's what she came.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns out she's completely right.
That's
Right.
To be
That's
honest,
accurate.
I could
Let's
definitely
TikTok that
see-
one. There's a TikTok on there. You got Seven Dust. You got.
I could see a marriage
Metallica.
falling apart, and then like kids are showing up at their dad's like new apartment,
Yeah.
and he's just in his bathroom like taking a shower. He's like, "Here we are now,"
Yep.
and they're like, "Oh, Dad's going through it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Come as you are.
best music video.
Oh, actually, hey, I'm such a music buff. I actually know all these songs. Let's do a test. So, what's Britney?
Is that "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time"?
All right, Chris, you can get one. What's who else is down there? What's
The only one I would maybe know would be the Drake one, and I know it, but I can't think of the name. Or no, I know Michael Jackson too.
which Michael Jackson song?
It's got to be Thriller, right?
It
Yeah.
is Thriller.
Yeah.
100%. The Drake one, isn't that Hotline Bling?
Yes.
Cool. That's what I was thinking. And then is that Lenny Kravitz in the
No.
corner? No.
That is not Lenny Kravitz or Slash.
I don't know. I'm so musically illiterate. I actually wouldn't choose any of these.
I think that's Black Hole's son,
Is it really?
divorced dad.
Yeah.
Divorce. That's how I know my marriage is solid.
Yeah.
I know what not to listen to.
Yeah. No. If I'm gonna choose best music video, it's not gonna be any of these.
All right.
It's gonna be honestly, it's a toss up between "Crazy in Love" by Beyonce, because man, as a kid in like 6th grade when that dropped,
Yeah.
I watched that thing on repeat.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
there's parts of it I could probably draw from memory.
Oh man, that got you through adolescence.
I was like,
I'm a man now. His balls right. He got a voice. I no longer talk like this. No, I'm talking like this.
yeah, exactly.
He got a full beard. that beard came out.
That and I had a big thing for Survivor by Destiny's Child. I was like, camouflage bikini under a waterfall. What the heck?
I'm in it.
Yep.
But another one that I used to love was
This is the third one. Keep going.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's
I'm
just
getting
too
excited.
hard. The more you think about it, the more you're like, man, that is a good one.
Yeah.
But,
Chris's
Hey
pants
Ya
is getting tight.
by Outkast.
Oh yeah.
Hey Ya.
Yeah.
That's a great music
Shaking like a
video.
Polaroid
Yeah.
picture.
What's cooler than being cool?
Ice cold.
all right. I don't know. You got one, Chris?
I'm thinking.
So one that sticks out.
I remember when I was younger, it was always Feel Good Inc., Gorillaz. That was always music.
Yeah.
That was on
That's a good
MTV.
one.
Uh,
Gorillaz
Miss-
was slap.
Missy Elliott. Music make you lose control.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah.
I remember that music video a lot.
Yeah.
And then Mike Jones.
Who?
Always. I mean, I feel like I've seen all of those music videos
281-330-8004.
all the time. It was always on MTV. Like
Yeah.
every time I turned it on, I feel like.
Yeah.
But probably, if I had to pick between those, probably Gorillas. Feel
Yeah,
Good
that's
Hank,
a
dude.
solid one.
Yeah.
I asked somebody one time and they said "Stan" by Eminem, and I was like, "What the hell? What's wrong with
Yeah,
you?"
it's
Like,
sad.
I
What about
don't
you,
know.
Mike?
Mike, you got one?
Probably the new Kanye.
Yeah.
I can't stop watching it. I can't stop
That's
watching
fair.
it. I can't stop watching that music video.
Have I
There is no music, but
Yeah.
there's a movie going on.
It's so funny. I watched a video on Instagram today. They were like, I just watched the new Kanye interview. I skipped 10 seconds ahead and I was not prepared. And it literally has him like walking through the door of like,
Yeah.
hey,
The
thanks so
hotel.
much for coming out.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you doing this. And then you see like, it's a screen recording. You see them hit the button. It skips ahead 10 seconds. And the camera pans over and he comes out. And
Yeah.
he's in a Klan uniform. It's an all black Klan uniform. And he's
Yep.
like, so anyway, like I was saying like that. And I was just like, what happened? Like,
Yeah.
this is
He,
so...
he grabs his clothes. He said, "All right, I'm gonna go put this on." And came back, and there's a lot of funny parts in there. To me, there's a lot of funny parts where he would go and he was like, "Oh, I need to put the boots on. I need to put the boots on that way." And then he was like talking to Act. He was like, "You see the chain?" He said, "I got a white one where the." I got a white one where the mask helps, and you can still see the Nazi chain. I was like, he has different outfits where I want to
Yeah.
make sure I got the Nazi chain exposed.
Yeah, he's so... Like, I love Kanye, too. Like,
All right.
well...
clip it.
Hold on.
Clip it.
Pause.
Clip it now.
Yeah.
No, early Kanye.
Yeah.
You know, like, there's so many great songs.
Of course.
And then it's kind of sucks now because
Yeah.
when people are like, oh, what kind of music you like? You're like, Kanye.
You can still do that, though.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like...
Like Ignition.
Oh, you voted for Trump too, huh?
Yeah.
I see what kind of person you are.
It's just like...
Yeah, my best friend loves Kanye. Like, big Kanye fan, comic buddy of mine. He had a spot at the Comedy Store, and he follows one of these fan Kanye pages, and they had a pop up for his wife's feature film, and he said the film was trash, but when Kanye came, and he was like, "Man, I got to talk to Kanye." This is when he first got the Nazi chain, and I was like, "Oh, that's your favorite artist, huh? Did you get a picture with him?" He's like, "Nah."
Yeah.
You didn't ask for a picture? He was like, "Nah, because if I post it, I'm gonna lose the people I have and gain people that I don't want."
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair.
That's very true.
I was like, "You're not a real fan."
Yeah, I would, if I was ever out somewhere and it's like, hey, that's Kanye over there, I'd be like, oh, man,
That's cool.
cool. And then I would go my own, like, I'd be like,
Run away.
thanks for graduation.
Yeah.
Like,
He would be
bye.
really fun on this podcast.
It could be. I mean,
you have to go to
talk
Japan.
about clippable
Yeah.
moments. Yeah, yeah, he would. Yeah, that would be.
You want to get them views.
Yeah, yeah.
He had
Keeps
that,
getting taken down.
Yeah, I think he would be the one to talk about the Tillamook's, you know?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have a podcast without having Telemooks in the business.
That's so
I'm not
funny.
going to say what kind of doctor he was. It was a Tillamook
It
doctor.
was a Telemook doctor.
Whoa. All right. Real quick, you guys want to plug your social media, any upcoming shows you got?
Sure.
Anything
By the
like that?
time this airs, the show's probably already happened, but I got a show tomorrow, April 5th, with Will O'Donnell. We'll be in Illinois.
Nice.
And then I'm doing a 420 show at Steve's Hot Dogs and on the 17th. And the 18th, I'll be with y'all's fine gentlemen.
Yeah.
And then that following week, I'll be, and that 18th, well, I'm doing the show with y'all 18th, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the 19th, I'm back with Will O'Donnell in another part of Illinois. So, yeah.
And with,
Oh, I'm also with the homie Ian Edwards. We're doing an art museum in St. Louis in August. So
That is
if you got
sick.
slow editing, hopefully people will know. Like, but yeah, you can find me at the Real Mike Jones on Instagram, Mike with a Y, Myke Jones at the Real Mike Jones. And Chris, what you got?
All right. At Topology on Instagram, Chris
Yeah.
Oliver on Facebook. The 9th through the 5th, or no, 9th through the 12th, I think, Eric and I are going to be in Chicago. There's a show at Second City and then another show at Comedy Clubhouse. I have to double back on those dates because I don't remember which one's which. And then
Yep.
April 16th, Bluewood Comedy with Andrew Gieselman. And then the 18th here at Spark STL. But I'll let Eric talk more about that.
Hey.
Yeah, like Chris said, we'll be in Chicago the 9th or 10th through the 12th, I believe. And then all three of us, plus Will O'Donnell, will
Yeah.
be here on the 18th at Spark, downtown St. Louis. Get a ticket online. Link is in my bio on Instagram. Also, I post a flyer with a QR code. But it includes a free drink and free food by Anthonino's Tavern. It's going to be a great time. All four of us on the show, Will included. It's going to be super funny. It's going to be a great time. And then I've got the finals for the funniest person in St. Louis on the 23rd of April. And then in May, I'm doing a show with Bree Munich at her art gallery, which is going to be super fun. So come check those out, and I'll get the date for sure put up like on the screen somewhere. Cool. Yeah, best thing. The last thing I ask everybody before we wrap up is, what is the best way to fix this podcast? Any changes, adjustments, tweaks that you can think of?
What do we need? Samples of everything. Samples of Gatorade. Samples
Of
food.
Gatorade, samples of candy bars.
Yeah.
Things you can hold
Feed
up.
me. Yeah.
Oh,
chocolate
props.
covered-
This guy's a prop comic.
Yeah. Chocolate covered bacon.
Chocolate
Okay.
covered bacon.
Yeah.
I don't know. The backdrops, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know. I mean, the
it's
woods.
changing.
It was because the lights was up, and then you turned the lights down. I felt like I was in the woods. I was like, you was eating crickets. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm safe. I'm closest to the door, so I'll be all right.
Yeah, I when I asked JB was like one of the first people that ever came into the podcast, and I had like patio furniture and fake grass on the ground in the woods, all around us and stuff like that. And I asked him, "What's the best way to fix this podcast?" And he's like, "Don't you ever invite another black man out to the woods ever again." And I was like, "All right." Didn't realize that not everybody would be comfortable with this. Okay, cool. All right, but yeah,
But it's your
changing.
podcast, so
Yeah.
Nah, but it's
Make a
changing.
choice.
It's changing.
yeah.
Probably by the next episode that people watch, these will be gone. We'll have a new setup. We're doing some big things around here.
He's on fix his feng shui.
Oh yeah. I have a new podcast coming out with Jim Stout,
Hey,
Common Courtesy. We're gonna be putting out the first one, I believe, in the next couple of weeks, but then we're banking them, so we're gonna have a bunch for you guys. A lot of new stuff coming out, and it's gonna be really cool. And also, shout out Tommy Trades for helping us
Yeah, shout out
get
Tommy
the
Trades.
new studio.
Tommy, you're the best. He's been super helpful. Every time he finds cool furniture or whatever, he sends a picture. He's like, you think you could use this? So that's cool. I really appreciate all your help, man.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for
Hey.
doing it. And I'd love to have you guys back. Anytime you have anything to promote or whatever, hit me up.
Circle back.
And we'll work something out.
we got you.
All right. See you, everybody.